What's good, everybody? It's your boy AI Alpha at my crew in the building, bringing you back another Gaming with the Blerd episode on our YouTube channel, featuring two of our hosts, BoDoneDidIt,
It's a little
and
camera.
featuring the newest member at my crew, Danny DoubleOhStatus.
Yo.
And these are going to be our hosts for our Gaming with a Blerd, getting news as well as any gaming updates you want to hear. Y'all could take over the floor, gentlemen. Bo?
What's up? It's your boy Bo done it, up here in the streets playing games or in the home playing games. So you know what I mean. But yeah, what about get down, talk about gaming, and have a good time talking about it. So it's all about the gaming up in here. So let's go on and get it down with it.
Yeah. So it's Danny Double O Status, aka your favorite MI6 agent, aka Danny Phantom. Because when the cops come through, I'm
I'm
going
going
ghost.
ghost. And you know this, man.
and you know, it's a little too loud in here, so we gotta take it down to Jazz FM levels, because down in the Angola Zaire border, they like to call me Nyoka Yam Pembe. Y'all know what that means?
hmm
They don't
That's
know
the
yet.
white
They don't know
mama.
yet.
That's the white mama.
It's
So we're
good to
here. We're
have
gonna
you
bring you some
back,
game.
Double O. It's been a minute since we did this pod thing together.
Oh yeah, I missed it.
Mm, Yeah, I definitely reached out to you and said, "Oh, we recruiting?
Mhm.
Bring my man's Double O through."
Oh yeah. I'm like, don't let the light skin fool you.
Yeah, he's one of us. He's one of us. But I'm gonna let y'all take over the floor. I'm gonna fade into the background, and y'all have fun, fellas.
All
All
right.
right, all right. So the first thing we're going to do talk about is let's just get this out the way. Um, so I know a lot of y'all are Destiny fans. And who play a lot of games, who play Destiny a lot. So majority of people play a lot of Destiny. And since the season is about to be over, there's about to be a new season starting, I believe, next week is starting the new season. So we're gonna let our newest guest, Danny Boy over here, um, tell us what in next season of Destiny 2 is going to be like.
All right. So yes, next season is dropping May 11th, and it's gonna be season of the Splicer. So the little tease that we got from Bungie was like a 2 minute video, and we got our old friend Mithrax back. So for
Yeah.
those of you who are not familiar with Mithrax, there was a mission which confused a lot of people because at the end of the mission you had a chance to either spare him or kill him. So people were kind of torn. They're like, I don't know what's canon. Like, did we kill him or did we let him go? So they made it canon that we let him go, which was great because in one of the other seasons, he came back to help us, and he actually ended up giving us the coordinates to what ended up being one of my favorite weapons, the Outbreak Perfected, back in the Siva season.
Oh yeah.
One of the things that we learned from the trailer was that Mithrax is a splicer, and just introducing more terms in case people don't know it. So a splicer was just a secret collective of fallen houses that augmented other members with cybernetics, body hacking, bioengineering, and things like that for the Elixni. So the Elixni are the fallen. So he officially was revealed as a splicer because he's actually the key for us to jump into fixing whatever is going to be wrong in this new season. So we're excited about that. They're introducing, so now for the thing I think people were waiting for, the stuff that they're introducing with the new season. They're fixing perks because a lot of the new perks they introduced were honestly garbage.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Straight up garbage.
and I'm like, for me as a like, I just came back. I was away for like 2 3 seasons. I just came back and I went right into PvP. So I played trials, and the most garbage perk I feel like that ended up on the trials weapon was celerity, because unless you a goat that can take out like a 1v3 or a 1v2,
Mm.
celerity is never popping for you.
Yeah. So about celerity, I think I heard in the next season of the Splicer they're going to actually like make celerity a little more better. I don't know how better it's going to be, but we're just going to find out and see. So we're going to see if celerity makes guns better or just straight up trash. So
Yeah.
we'll continue.
So another perk that was it wasn't trash, but it could have just been better that they're fixing was subsistence. Like I like subsistence on certain weapons. The only issue people had was that since it's a waste of one of your perk slots, it's just like what's the benefit for us? You're taking more ammo from our reserve. So now subsistence, the rumor is that it's gonna take ammo out of the air. So if you kill an enemy, your ammo, your reserve is not being used. It's just gonna refill, kind of like if you think of Risk Runner, how like when you proc the arc thing of Risk Runner, you have infinite ammo. It's gonna be more like that. So that's interesting thing that they're gonna do with that perk. So the other big, huge thing that people were waiting for was Transmogrification. For those who aren't familiar with MMO terms, what that means is just that your character, you could wear the newest, hottest armor with the new perks and all that, but you can make your armor look however you want. If you had an armor from season 1 that you think is the most fire thing you ever saw, you can be wearing the new season armor, but make it look like the old season armor. Which is nice for a lot of people like myself. Like I played Trials. Some of the Trials armor from the past look better than the ones that are out right now. So you might want to do a mix and match of like, oh, I like the helmet from this season for Trials, but I like the chest piece from this season. Now you can mix and match and put it all together. So that's one of the big things that people are waiting for. They're also doing away with the shader system. Now it won't take place any kind of place in your inventory. I think you pay a one-time price. I think it's probably going to be what's it called, Bright Dust. So for new shaders, you'll be paying Bright Dust, and you'll have it forever, and you can use it on anything. So those are some day-to-day things that they're gonna do to improve the game. Okay. So far, yeah, like the 2-minute teaser is exciting. It looks good. Bungie has done a lot to come back from being bombarded by the fans.
Oh yeah, because Bungie is now a lot better now. I noticed since Activision they decided to leave Activision.
Yeah.
So they are doing a lot better than what they were doing when they were with Activision. Because I know when I started playing Destiny 2, when it started back with Activision, with helping them out, the game just didn't feel like, wasn't like how Destiny 1 was like, because I know a lot of things they had to do was basically Activision's fault, but story makes sense now. So that's a good thing, because I'm like, when you play Destiny 1, you'd be like, I don't really get what was going on. And then we finally, like later on, like after Destiny 1 came out, we actually got like a glimpse of what the story was like. And I'm like, wait, they scrapped that story for this bullshit?
Yeah.
Like this makes more sense than what we watched, because basically all you did was like did a bunch of quests, met a stranger, and she's gone. That's about it.
Yeah, like you had to like the downside that to the older Destiny content was for you to get a story, you had to check out YouTubers. One of my favorites, My Name is Bife. So you go to his channel to get the full lore. And when you see them do that, like tell you the full lore, how it goes in order, you're just like, the company who made the game couldn't do that. They couldn't put that in the game.
Right.
Like, that's fire. That story is great.
Yeah. Like this story makes a lot of sense. Like I'm like, companies need to like just put it in there, but I mean, Destiny 2 is doing better now because the story is actually making more sense with and the story actually have like a purpose. So far the Beyond Light storyline is kind of interesting to see how we're going to use the darkness as a power, because before darkness was just like a talk of air of like how do you even use darkness, who made darkness, or what that kind of shit. But now we actually have a story about it, and actually going to put it towards the upcoming season and stuff. So with that being said, now that I think about it, there's actually what I heard about or saw is that they're going to be like a stasis weapon that released in the next season. I think it's a sidearm. Basically, it shoots like it creates a stasis like whenever you shoot. I'm not quite sure how it works, but I saw like some gameplay. So I should actually look forward to seeing how that is. And they're also gonna bring back best favorite raid ever in D1.
Oh yes,
World of Glass. I mean, I can't wait to play that raid again because that raid was like
it was one of the best.
one of the best raid that took almost forever for everyone to finish, and it was so interesting. Like the puzzles, you won't even realize the puzzles how you did that. Like people stayed in there for days and night trying to figure out the puzzles, and and it was like fun memory. So I like to go back to fight Acheon, and hopefully they don't like mess up the exotics they bring back, like the Vex Mental class and
The
whatever.
icebreaker, I need it back.
Yeah, we need the icebreaker back. That was like one of the best sniper reloadable weapons you can have in that game. Like
Just the sound.
Yeah, the sound was great. Yeah, hopefully Destiny 2 bring back other weapons, all the D1 weapons, which I think that's trying to do anyway. But yeah, I look forward to that and what Destiny has installed, because Destiny is still improving as it goes. Some people may say Destiny 2 is kind of like but they're actually doing their best, so you can't really blame them if the seasons don't come with a bang half the time. So but yeah, that's for Destiny 2. Look forward to new season starting next week on the 11th. Keep up. Well, I'll just say, like, you might experience some downtime, so don't be alert. So as soon as the game comes up, just be excited to play. That's all I can say. That's how I'm gonna be. So let's talk about current plays that we play right now, because I know we play a lot of games and there's a lot of things that we play a lot more and play some of. So let us see what games we're currently playing right now. So Danny, what games are you currently playing right now, and on what consoles do you play them on?
So I game right now. I don't know what I'll call it a console. So I do game on my phone.
Okay.
And I also game, the main console that I'm gaming on right now is the Xbox One.
All right.
So on my phone, I have switched between three different games. So one of them was Dokkan Battle, which is the Dragon Ball Z game, the gacha game.
Oh yeah.
So there's that one. I play also Call of Duty Mobile. So I would play regular pub stomping, and I would play Warzone, their version of Warzone. And the third game, I was just looking at it. I haven't played it in the last month, but I was heavily into Pokemon Go.
Okay, but
harder to play now.
Yeah, Pokemon Go has evolved from where it first came out. Because I remember, like in Pokemon Go, you literally had to like go out and find Pokemon, like literally like find them. And it's surprising. I think I found a couple of Pokemons under my bed, which was kind of creepy. I'm like, trying to figure out why they're under my bed in the first place. But yeah, Pokemon Go has actually been improving a lot, so that's improving that game, which is good. So for me, games that I play mobile as well, but I play like mostly gacha games on the mobile thing. So the gacha games I'm playing right now, one of them is still like in like Korean right now, but I have like an app that I download that lets me play like games overseas. So one of them I play is called Counterside. I play that game, and the other games I play is Exo's Heroes and what the other game I play? Marvel Strike Force. That's the game I play right now on the mobile. I used to play Marvel Strike Force, but now I'm trying to get back into it because they now have more characters and more variety. It's a good game. I play a lot. One again I used to play before was Epic 7. It's also a gacha game, but turn-based RPG. It's a fun game to play if you're into that kind of stuff. Turn-based RPG games. For Xbox, I just play whatever. So I mostly play like Outriders and a game called Haven. I believe that's what I play on Xbox for the most part, and then on PlayStation I just play Genshin Impact and Destiny 2, and I'm currently playing replaying Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, that's a good game.
Oh yeah,
that's a really good game.
can't wait for the sequel to come out because I just recently got a PS5, so hopefully that sequel will looking fire as soon as I beat the original. The original is still good. The best graphics, a bunch of open world. The open world is just too vast to explore. So yeah, that game is still good to this day. But yeah, I actually look forward to playing that game. And I currently play Outriders on both consoles, but I mostly play on PS5, giving PS5 a break right now. So I was trying to say, you know what? I'm just going to try and level up on the Xbox and see how far I go in the Xbox version. So, I mean, yeah. And what's free on Game Pass, so why not? So just play it.
Yeah. Like Alpha's told me about, like, he thought I should pick it up and play it. It's a mixture of like 2 or 3 different games essentially. And I'm like, for me on Xbox One, I'm only playing 2 games right now. I was playing 3. So the thing for me, I was a fan of the Darksider series.
Okay.
And I was playing. So I forget how old some of these games are, and I was playing the newest one with the female horseman, and I think I got like 80% through the game, but like at the point that I'm at, the controls are so clunky that that's what makes the game hard. Like the game is not hard.
Yeah.
It's the controls that make it a little hard. So I stopped playing that. Of course, I in getting back to playing Destiny in the last like 2 months. That's the main game that I'm playing now. The other game that I picked up because of the spring sale on Game Pass in the game store was I think it was like Sniper Elite 3. Because I remember really liking the original game because like whenever you hit a really nice shot, it'll do slow mo and then it'll show you like going through. Like if you hit him in the eye, it'll show you going through the skull and cracking the skull and exiting. Like it's really nice.
Yeah, that was one of the best things I like about Sniper Elite. It actually like show you a kind of graphical image of what a sniper will look like if they were to shoot it through the like face and stuff. So yeah, it was a really good game to play. But yeah, I'll probably try and see if it's available to play. I don't think it's on Game Pass right now anymore. It used to be last I checked, but I don't think it's on Game Pass. I'll check and see. But yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, I wasn't playing Destiny 2 as well. The only thing is while I'm not playing it as much right now, the only reason they are now that having the Guardian games, and the only reason I play that is because they're like, hey, they're giving out the Hero and Parent for free. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to get on and get that weapon and probably not play Destiny anymore until probably the next season comes out. But I still play it every now and then to help people out who needs help in Destiny 2. So
I agree with you. The Guardian games got boring really quick, and for I like you, I wanted to grab the Heir Apparent. So I got on, did that, and then got bored and ended up working on the Warden Seal. So I just got that because I was like, I don't want to play Guardian games anymore. It's boring, and I got what I needed.
Yeah, it just got so boring real quick, but yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Guardian games, boring. So yeah, that's our current plays for now. So is there a favorite type of game that you enjoy playing, Danny?
Favorite type of game? My overall favorite type of game, which is funny because I'm working on getting a PS5. My favorite top, like you would think it'd be like FPS games or something. Nah, it's a adventure game. So games like Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter, like Spyro, like those games are really nice. For some reason, one of the things I really love about adventure games like that, because it's also part of the weirdly enough that they did that for Assassin's Creed also, is I like the collection aspect of it. I don't know why. But I just do. I like it.
Yeah, I can't remember how many Assassin's Creed games they came out with already. Like they just kept on coming out with more and more.
That story got so complicated.
Yes, I thought the story would make more. I thought the story was basically ended after what's his name again?
Ezio?
No.
Oh, Desmond.
Desmond. I thought the game was ending. I thought Desmond. All right, okay, cool. Desmond sacrificed himself for the greater good, and then next thing you know, we're coming out with a new game called Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I'm like, wait, what? And then it doesn't. And then I didn't even understand the story of what was going on because basically they were showing like bits of clips of the two other people that
the
Desmond
originals.
was with. Yeah, the original. Okay, so what are you doing? I'm trying to sneak into some private building and do what? Sabotage it? And like, I just like, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna play Assassin's Creed until they finally release the last one, which hopefully maybe will be eventually soon. So we don't know yet. They said they're going to end it soon, but you know what? That was like 3 years ago. So
yeah, like the last one I played was Black Flag, the pirate one.
That was the last one I played. Black Flag, yeah, that one was good. That was the last one I played. After that, I was like, too many Assassin's Creed coming out. But yeah, hopefully that's they come to an end.
So what type of games do you like?
For me, I like MMORPG games. Reason being is because I like to play a game that felt like I'm actually working for it, but not working too much for it, but just feel like I'm working for it. Like I feel like there's a reward whenever you like work something like hard for it and then get it. And then you could customize your own character and like make it how you want to be, and then choose your own class. Now, the one MMORPG game that I do not like after a while is Black Desert. Black Desert Online. Like that game was basically a second job to do. Like you don't understand. Like you have to do a lot of things. You have to farm in one place, kill a bunch of enemies just to get one equipment to level up, and then if the level up fails, it breaks. And you gotta do it all over again. I'm like, dude, I don't want to do that shit. That shit
that's a lot.
That's a lot of grinding to do. I already do enough grinding in Destiny 2. I'm like, this is second job type of grinding. They have to pay me to do this kind of shit. Like, no, I'm not doing that. But yeah, MMORPG games. The old current MMOs I play right now, Final Fantasy 14 and Destiny 2. So start getting to Final Fantasy 14. It looks interesting. Different type style of gameplay. Still trying to get the hang of it. So it's fun. I enjoy it. So mostly MMORPG games I like to play. So I like to be, if anything, I like to be the wizard, sorcerers, like make explosions like Konosuba, Megami. That's the kind of person I am. Just make explosions and shit. So no matter I play MMO games. But yeah, that's the type of games I look to play. One of the games that I'm looking forward to, it's not MMORPG, but it does have like a RPG aspect to it. Now, most of the games I play doesn't have to be like MMO, but if it has like RPG aspect to it, I'll play it. Is Scarlet Nexus. That game looks very cool. It has an anime feel to it, so I'm like, I like games that have some kind of anime feel to it. So I'm looking forward to playing that game when it comes out. I think it comes out in June, and I won't be surprised if it actually came on Xbox Game Pass, because it's been advertised a lot for Xbox. So I'm like hinting. So I'm like, maybe that hinting like maybe it's gonna be a Game Pass exclusive, because Outriders was an Xbox. Outriders came to Game Pass like day one, and that was like people think it was an April Fool joke, but that was not it. So I'm like, okay, cool. So Game Pass got Outriders for the 1st of April, and we thought we had to pay for it on Game Pass. I'm like, okay, cool.
All right.
I ain't tripping. You're doing good job, Game Pass. Keep up. Do this some more, and I might just love you a little more than I need to. So, but yeah. So let's see. That's the favorite type of games I enjoy playing. So,
I'm looking forward to whatever the next Fallout is going to be, because the 76 that didn't do well.
Don't get me started on 76, man. Also, when I played Transmogrification, I'm like, okay, it looks interesting. Then I just realized as I played, I'm like, wait,
there's nobody.
There's nobody in here. I've been talking to fucking robots. I feel like I'm losing my mind talking to robots and then fighting robots. And then sometimes I'll just be fucking around and be like talking to a robot that needs to get a quest from. I'm like, just kill the robot. I'm like, not gonna come back to life anyway. Then I just like restart and like take a quest from. Okay, give me the quest. Let me go and do what I need to do.
Yeah, I was like, we need a traditional Fallout game. That online stuff with the Fallout game, I'm like, nah, I don't need that.
We don't need all that kind of stuff for the online version. We just need like a Fallout game with a story, objective. That's it. Like we don't need any like multiplayer people trying to kill one monsters in one game. We already have enough games like that already, so we don't need Fallout stuff. We don't need a Fallout game like that.
And with all the different stuff that happens in Fallout, like Fallout is a great game to stream because like we could both be streaming Fallout, and the first 10 minutes for me and you will be completely different.
Yes, it will. You can make choices that changes the game. You can have, that's one thing I like about Fallout. You can make your own choices. Like I like games you can make your own choices. If it's a game that my choices don't feel like it's having impact, then I won't play it. And one of the games that I like playing with a lot of choices was Mass Effect because yes, and I'm also glad I actually like bringing out the Legendary Edition with a better graphics upgrade, and and it will definitely play a lot better in the next gen systems. Because man, I'm looking forward to that. Mass Effect is one of my best games. I like playing a lot. So
yeah, I mean, for as much as people didn't like the story of Andromeda, I'm like the gameplay was solid.
Yeah, the gameplay was solid. The story could need a lot of work. I kind of wish that they probably should make a continuation of Andromeda because the way it ended to me is like saying like, oh, I guess you guys were planning to make a second one then.
Yeah.
And it was a different feel because you're not the like commander. You're not like the commander or elite of a fleet or something. You're just like a guy who is trying to explore like a galaxy, and your equipment is different, and you like you're basically like your explorer who can basically kick ass in a way. So it was a change of pace from what I played for the first 3 games. So and I think they did a teaser. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, it was definitely a teaser that they did, and the teaser basically showed like Liara in the snow, showing that they're making a new Mass Effect game coming later in the future. I don't know if they're gonna have some more to show in this year, but I think they're going to probably should show some more in E3 because E3 isn't dead. It's still going to happen.
Yeah.
It's very confirmed that E3 is still going to happen now. I'm not sure if BioWare is going to be in it yet, but I know that EA, Square Enix, and like what's the other Ubisoft are already like scheduled to be in there. So hopefully BioWare makes an appearance and give us a little hint of some Mass Effect goodness.
Yes,
because we need that in our life. So now about so when I was like trying to figure out what gaming console to get, and I was like I'm just gonna get both eventually, but some people do talk bad about some consoles just because they don't have much of this and that. And one of the things they talk about was exclusive. So I'm like thinking like, does exclusive really determine if you want to get a console or not? Because sometimes exclusive could be like either like it's good and it could be like bad. Because I'm like, when I was trying to like look at the part about when they were releasing the Xbox Series X and S and then the PS5 digital and disc versions, the exclusive was great on the PS5, but some of the exclusive that came out was basically on PS4, so they weren't really like an exclusive. The only thing that was exclusive was the Demon Souls and the Godfall, which Godfall was not that great. It was pretty basic game for a Gearbox game, which I don't know what all the hype was about because I played that game yesterday and I was like ready to throw it out after 5 minutes. I returned that game to GameFly, so I'm like, nope, it's going with my time. Demon Souls is basically Dark Souls 1 just revamped, so I mean it plays very good, so I like it. On the Xbox, let's see, for the release date they had like Gears Tactic, which was original on PC, and they had the Medium, which is actually a very good suspense mystery game. Um, I would suggest everyone who gets an Xbox Series S or X play that game if you like suspense and mystery, because it has a very good storyline. Um, but anyway, when I was getting a next gen game, it didn't really I didn't really think of exclusive when I get a game. I just thought about what would best benefit me more if I was to get a console. Because you have to realize that when you get a console, you're gonna probably either put a lot of money into it, or put a lot of money into it, or don't put a lot of money into it. So that's how it was. And when I bought the Xbox Series X S first, because I was like, I have Game Pass, so I can just play all the games that's already like provision. Well, that really has like an upgrade version for like 60 frames per second than what it used to be. Because some games like on Destiny 2 is still on 30 frames per second on the original Xbox One, but if you upgrade to like the S and X, it upgrades to like a 60 frames per second. More faster loading screens and more less loading screens. So, but yeah, that's how I get it. So, tell me what you think, Danny. Whenever you're buying the next gen, which I'm pretty sure you say you're going to similar to buy a PS5. I'm sure you don't have Xbox series yet. So, tell me why you were saying that you want to get the 5 first before the Series S. What do you think of it as an exclusive type of deal? Like, think of it like, that's great exclusive, I'm gonna get a PS5, or it's because there's some games on PS5 that you like to play, or just like want to have because it's like actually like a good system, the specs are good, and that kind of stuff. What kind of console do you make you think that you want to buy first for next gen?
So for me, the decision of if I should buy a console because of the exclusives to it, I have two different answers. Like for going back as far as like when I had to pick between getting the N64 and the PS1, that had to do with the games I was playing at the time. So like so for me growing up, like my father was heavily into Nintendo stuff. So like we had the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo. So when it came to doing next gen, like, an official now next gen, picking between 64 and PS1, we got the N64 because their launch title was, of course, as it always is a Mario game. So we had Mario 64, which was great because the game that I ended up loving forever is forever going to be one of my top 5 games, came out 2 years later because the 64 dropped in 1996, and then my favorite game, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, dropped 1998.
Yeah.
So for me, in that sense, it was worth it back then to kind of like go by what the launch titles are. For now, it's different for me. So I consider the launch titles, but they're not make or break when choosing the next gen system. The thing that I've done since I had Xbox, the regular old Xbox, the big X.
Oh yeah, that was
Before it was a 360, the Xbox. So when it came to doing next gen, I would first see like the people that I'm playing with all the time. Like, okay, like what's everyone jumping on? So if the majority of the people are jumping on the next Xbox, I'm like, okay, cool. That's going to be the first one I'm going to get because I'm going to have this pool of players to play with, like regardless of what game. The other thing is that I eventually would get the other system. So like for me, starting with PS3, I had the Xbox, the PS3. I had the PS3 as to play the exclusives that came out for PS3 because I liked some of the games that they had and even some of the original exclusives, like which I kind of wish they continued, but I understand why they didn't. It was why am I forgetting the name of it? It's an FPS. It's an alien FPS. Resistance Fall of Man. Yes. Yeah. A lot of people slept on that game and I really liked it.
Oh yeah.
So for me, even now, my choice is like at first I check with like my group of friends that I game with all the time and go, hey, what are you guys looking to jump on first? because I'll get both systems eventually, but like the one that I'm going after like right now, that's the one where everyone else is playing. So for me, the next system I would get would be the next Xbox, and I'd want to get. You already mentioned it, Horizon Zero Dawn 2.
Yeah.
I need to have my PS5 just sitting there waiting for that game to come out.
Yeah, because as soon as the game come out, I'm buying that day one. I ain't wasting no time to get that game. Because I like, you know what? I ain't gonna wait. I'm gonna be like, you know, some people wait for that one special game to come before they decide like, oh, I want to get a PS5 now just because of this game. Like, nah, I ain't gonna wait that long just to get a PS5. I'm gonna get it right now so I could get the game as soon as it comes out and have the console to play it. Like I ain't about to be like one of those guys just wait for a game and then buy the PS5 now. That ain't me. That ain't me. I ain't gonna wait for that, man. Like,
it's like that week if they hit you up like, hey, like what are you doing? And you're gonna go, what do you mean what am I doing? Did you know what just came out? You know what I'm doing.
Right. Don't call me, don't text me, don't say hi. Not in the streets. If you see me, I'm not gonna be in the streets at all. I'm gonna be playing this game until I'm done playing the game.
Yeah. So the thing is, like for everyone, they're gonna choose their own thing when it comes to like getting the next console, and there's no right or wrong answer. Because again, like if you're a follower of one particular game, and that's like so for people for Xbox, it tends to be Halo. So if they're like, oh, the new Halo is gonna launch with this new Xbox, let's say 9,000 at some point, like, oh, this is gonna be Halo, you know, Super Infinity X999665. You're gonna be like, yo, I'm a Halo fan. That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
So again, like it's about what the people want. Like for me, I just like having people to play with and not having to go out of my way to get people to play with. But I do appreciate that the gaming companies understand that people need people to game with for some games. So the introduction of which become more of a common term now, like LFG, like looking for game, looking for player. I'm glad that became like a cultural thing that was accepted immediately by like the gaming community. And people aren't, for the most part, aren't assholes. So
yeah. Well, Destiny 2 communities are assholes, so don't try to look for anyone on Destiny 2.
I'm like, have you played League of Legends?
Oh, I heard League of Legends communities are a bunch of shitty assholes, toxic assholes, especially World of Warcraft. I'm like, dude, because I think one of my friends were like in a clan of World of Warcraft, and he was like asking for help, and then they were like, help your goddamn self, man. We're here to on our own. We ain't helping no newbie. I'm like, oh damn, they did you like that? Damn.
It's like, why am I in this clan then? You're not trying to help me.
They basically said they feed you to the wolves. Like that's basically what they did to him. But yeah, speaking of LFG, I know on Xbox they have like basically like a built-in LFG type of system they have for each game. So if you're playing a game and you're looking for people, they have like a group, create a group. So basically, you can basically create like if you're playing like a multiplayer game, you need someone to play on Xbox. They have like a group section where you can create a group for that specific game. Like create a group, like say, hey, I need help to beat Lord Zalzar from like this game or something like that. And then they can post it and everyone could see it, and you get a fast reply from them. And the people are a lot nicer on that group, which is actually kind of interesting because I'm like expecting some douchey people when they're rather like.
There's unfortunately those douchey people are still there because you'll see.
Yeah.
Especially for end game content, you'll see really ridiculous posts like, okay, you want to come, you need help with this boss, and you know it drops this. You're looking for this gun or this armor. Oh, cool. All right, you want to join my group? What you need to do is you need to exist yesterday, tomorrow. Yeah. So if you can exist yesterday, tomorrow, then you know we could link up and we could take care of this boss. You need a 9,000 credit score. I know it's impossible, but I'm gonna need you to hold that if you want to join my group. And you're like, you didn't even beat the boss yourself, and you're asking for the most ridiculous requirements.
Right. They're asking like, okay, you need to have this legendary armor, which is so hard to get. I can only get it one time, even that happens once a year. I'm like, dude.
Have 50 clears before you join my group. And meanwhile, the person who posted didn't even clear it once.
Yeah, right. People forgetting that you can look up your stats online. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, that's a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you can look up your stats. So we can tell if you're bluffing or not. And especially if you look at what you got equipped, we're gonna judge you by how you have equipped. I'm like, because I think one time one dude was like, I beat on Destiny 2. He was like, so I need help to beat the raid. What was it called? It was no, what was it called? Oh, Last Switch. He said like, oh, I beat Last Switch 10 times already, and basically we look at his stats. This dude have blue armor on, some blue weapons. I'm like, is this your second characters? I'm like, how to look through this guy's is like, no, this is his only character. I'm like, okay, yeah, dude. 10 clears, that's kind of hard to believe with you kind of how much you got. but yeah, there be some dudes like that out there. That be like lying on that post. I'm like asking for the most impossible things for a fucking group. Like, dude, just fucking, you need help. You need people to like know what they're doing. Then that's understandable. You're asking for like a high ass like power level or weapons or all kind of stuff. Like, nah, man, we ain't like. That's not how you look at people. Like, you get like at least 5% of that people to like join your group to like get anything done.
Like I like the people who are more honest. If they're just
Yeah.
like, because I've helped out a bunch of people in LFG, like especially like if I'm, oh, I want to play Destiny, but I'm kind of bored and don't have anything to do. Okay, let me see what's going on in LFG. Let me help someone.
Right.
And like I will answer the posts that are more honest. They're just like, hey, can you carry me like through this nightfall? And, you know, carrying that doesn't mean like people have a negative connotation with carrying. Like carrying doesn't mean the person isn't gonna do any work or anything like that. They're just saying like, look, you're gonna need to be a higher level than me, and I'm gonna do my best at my current level to help you and help myself finish this. But
Right.
please be higher level than me so that you can carry me through this activity. So like I would rather help someone who's just telling me straight up like, hey, I'm trash right now. Like I need a lot of help. You're gonna need to do this work so I could get this gun or this armor versus someone who's like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to have 3 wives and 5 kids. Like I'm gonna need proof. You're gonna need to show me a picture of your family.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, I did that. I usually do that before, but then again, I was getting like people. Well, I guess it was people in my friends group, in my friends list, that was just telling me that they need help, and then they're like, what, like 1,000 level below me. I'm like, dude, do you even play it? Why are you even adding the story? I'm like, dude, you're gonna need to like level up. I don't mind helping you, but man, you're like 1,000 level down me, and that's kind of like sad, like very sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like helping out people. So let's see. Well, that's much for it. Well, what we got going on. There isn't much to talk about, but if anything, we do have like a bunch of like game streaming planning on this coming week. We got our boy Honest Abe. Well, it's not really honest, but you know, we call him Honest Abe sometimes. But we got our boy Abe who's trying to get some people to play some zombies on PlayStation. So we're gonna probably stream on Friday or the weekend, some of that. So we're gonna have some like stuff to like view. Basically some streaming good content to do. So I might be drunk or high. I don't promise you that, but if I am, you will notice. So but yeah, we're gonna try and get as many people to like get on stream and everything. But I would say that's all for it. But let's go ahead and see. Do we have anything that we can like say, like any like newsworthy thing like you feel like would be interesting for gaming? You know, oh, you know what? I just remember I read this thing. I did say it in the audio pod, but since it's game related, I'll just go and say it. So Microsoft like made some of the games FPS give some of the games FPS boost, meaning that if a game was playing at 30 frames per second, you can actually turn it on to play in at least 60 frames per second. So they did at least like 75 plus games that can do FPS boost. Most of them was Bethesda game. I always saw a video clip of how basically Fallout 4 ran whenever they equipped the FPS boost, and that shit was smooth. So
Nice.
it was very smooth. And a lot of people talk shit about Xbox, not because it doesn't have exclusive, but then again, Xbox is making a lot of money, whether you believe it or not. Like they got like moolah, and are like making progress to like get as much gaming companies on that pocket as they can, because they got like big leagues like Bethesda, like they got Bethesda already, and basically they got Obsidian, who was also the people who gave you Fallout New Vegas and Outer World. Those two games so far have been great, so they're releasing games that are for the next gen game. So that's something I'm looking forward to, because currently Obsidian is currently making a Xbox exclusive game. I believe it's called Void or something like that. There isn't much gameplay of it, but except like an arrow flying through numerous places, and that's about it. It looks exciting, so kind of look forward to that. But
One of the things I would add is we were talking about it, throughout the segment, and to give people a date and time. So E3 2021 will take place. It'll start Saturday, June 12th, and it's going to end Tuesday, June 15th. So that's the thing that we currently have, to look out for. I know it's like a month away, but it's nice to always have something to look forward to.
Yeah, that I always look forward to every E3 every year. Like I'll be like, what new game plays am I going to see or be excited about? Because E3 is like one of those events that you cannot miss. You're looking for get the best
gaming
games.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's basically the gaming Super Bowl. So yeah, I always look forward to E3. Like teasers and unexpected releases that they announce, like that shit just gets me hype all the time. Because I think whenever I was watching E3, one of the games that I was looking forward to was can't remember when it was this, but basically the Halo 5 game. I can't remember what it was called, but was it Halo 5? Yeah, Halo 5. Yeah, and I saw some gameplay of it. I'm like, oh snap! Because basically you just basically saw a clip of whoever the wannabe Spartan squad was coming in with the black dude who's like the leader. I can't remember his name right now, but basically they just jumped out of the ship and was like, I think there was gliding and doing moves, and snowfall was going on. A lot of shit was going on in the scene, so that kind of caught my eyes. Like, shit, I look forward to playing this game. Yeah, it was fun, but yeah, that's about it. So if you're trying to follow me, look for me, or try to find me, you can follow me on Twitter and my Twitch channel / handler is BoDoneDidIt. You can also follow me and Danny on double O Danny Boy on it's the mind. I know they're gonna fucking kill me for this. I always forget. I always forget how to say the Twitch handler. So it mob inside the mind of the blur. Yeah, it mob inside the mind of the blur. You can follow us on Twitter and chat with us. We talk about a lot of things: gaming, anime, books, real life shit. Talk to us about anything. We're gonna be down to talk about it. We can talk about Steve's socks, or his bonnets, or
Oh, the bonnets.
Oh yes, the bonnets is what's going on. If we could have a picture of Steve in a bonnet on his shirt, that would sell like crazy. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would buy that shit. I would at least. But yeah, that's my handler. Double O, you want to put in your like any like channels that you have going on right now?
Sure. So for me, the best place for you to find all my stuff is Linktree. So it'll be linktr.ee/DoubleOhStatus. The spelling of it is DoubleOhStatus. For me, most of my social media is /00status. So any social media that you might have, you put /00status and you should be able to find me. Like I said, if not, it's all nice and neat for you in the link tree.
All right. Okay, so that's all we have for our gaming section. Look out for us. We're gonna have some more of this gaming section. Try to get more, gaming stuff going on. And is that less error?
Sentinel Yellow.
Sentinel. Oh, okay. All right. But anyway, before I get too distracted, yeah, we're gonna have some more videos of gaming session, and we're gonna have more stuff to do. So thanks for watching Gaming with the Blerd. My name is BoDoneDidIt, and your boy over here, Double O, and we will see you next time on the Gaming with the Blerd.
See
gang. Bye.
gang.